Not to go into stories?
No.
Very. Then we start to see how much we're caught up in constant. You know, I went there and then all of a sudden I smelled fries. Probably very old oil, because that's how it smelled. I mean, it smelled really strong. And I went like, oh, French fries. And then, I let go. So if I wouldn't have told you to do that, I would still be wondering, where can I get these French fries? It was next to the swimming pool. So, yeah, so this, and you know, also other things, then judging this, that. Just to tell you, what I found very easy to be present is when I was walking on the dry leaves, to be present on the sound. That because the sound is very strong and the object is very coarse, so it was very easy to be until the cats came. And the cats came. They started going around my legs, so then I had to walk away from there. Then I saw a bird that had been killed by cats. So it's this thing, oh, lovely cat. Then you see bird feathers and you know what happened. And then you go, well, yeah, it's nature. It's like, you know, it's all these stories. I mean, in these 20 minutes, even though I tried to be really present with the senses, I had so many stories. I was noticing what was going on in the senses, but immediately the story came up. How did it go for you? Same? Or more focused?
I stayed in the same place with my eyes closed, so it was easier to focus on the sound.
Yeah?
And come
Was
back to it.
it easy?
It was easier.
It was easier. Yeah, it's an exercise just to see how we are. You know, how most of the time we are not aware that these doors are open and all these thoughts and all this, we are not aware of them. But they do leave traces. This is what I mean. So that was the exercise all about. Basically, that was the meditation that we are supposed to do now. So it's like guarding the mind. So it's nice. We can bring it out into the break. You feel, after having done that, you feel tired or you feel refreshed? Refreshed, yeah. Being really present, you know. But the mind is so quick. Like when I came out, I saw you talking there, you know, my mind immediately, hey, we're in silence. Let go. It's amazing, you know. As if I'm the Dharma police or something, you know. It's totally crazy. And this is what you need to be able to do. You need to be able to see and laugh about it. And be happy that you didn't react. You know, that I saw it, and you can only let go immediately only when you see it. When you don't see it, it seems as if it's not there, but it is still there, and it creates these traces. Yeah. So thank you very much. I had a very good laugh when I saw you, and I saw my mind. It's crazy. So this is how we are. Huh? Okay. So here, the first. Like this chapter 1 to 18 is about the importance of guarding the mind, and also it says because if you're a Bodhisattva then you need to practice 6 perfections, so then it goes through the 6 perfections, of course, then you have to be mindful of practicing, or aware. It's kind of, you know, these 2 words, mindfulness and awareness, is like, the word mindfulness really means, it means, I saw your question, it means memory. That's what it means. The memory, knowing what we want to do. And that, you know, just the way that mindfulness is used now, for example, in big companies and all that, that is missing. Like, the memory is not being present, now I lift my hand, now it goes forward, now. That's not important. What is important is my mind doing what I want my mind to do. For ethical discipline, mindfulness to see what is going on in the mind, and then the memory, knowing why you're practicing it, without having to think about it. This is what I wanted to say. When your mindfulness is really trained, that the purpose of my life is to be a benefit to others, is another sentence. You can put it somewhere on your mirror or whatever, you know, because the purpose of my life for now is me, I want these French fries. So, I mean, I'm exaggerating, okay? But it's like, this is what you see. Whereas if you put like the purpose of my life is to be of benefit to others, then slowly, then the attitude changes, and we don't need that reminder anymore because the memory is there. This is why I used this example of from here going to the room, right? I don't need to repeat as I'm going there. I want to go to my room. It's done. The memory is there, and then when they talk about meditation, mindfulness meditation means you remember your object. That is what it means. It's used in different ways, and sometimes in the Vipassana groups it's not really used like it is used here. This is why the confusion also. Yeah. Like when in this division, when one talks about Vipassana, which means clearly seeing, or deep insight, or special insight, you pick an object and you examine it. And then you do Vipassana. Not just letting any objects coming into your mind and then that becomes Vipassana. But for other groups, that is Vipassana. So we need to know from which group we're talking so that we're not getting confused. Yeah? And this is the shortcomings of words. Yeah? This is why also Buddhism is so complicated, because it's a vehicle of experience. You have to experience these things. Then you know the difference between mindfulness and awareness, or mindfulness and vigilance, or memory and vigilance, whatever you want to call it. Yeah? Then you see that these are two different mind states. One is just like the mirror, knowing, seeing what's going on, knowing where you want to go. The other one is being able to make amendments, awareness, by really seeing, hey, that's not right here. Yeah? And then being able to apply antidotes over. So the main thing is that you understand the functions of and why you do it. The functions of these mental states. Okay, example for protecting ourselves. Just as I would be attentive and careful of a wound when amidst a bustling, uncontrolled crowd, so I should always guard the wound of my mind when dwelling amongst harmful people. And if I am careful of a wound through fear of it being slightly hurt, then why do I not guard the wound of my mind through fear of being crushed by mountains of hell? By being, to fear of being thrown into a lower state in our next rebirth where we cannot practice. So again, with body pain, we understand. And when you have a wound and you need to go to the shuk on, the day just before Erev Chag, and you have a big wound, you walk around like this in order to protect it. Because if other people kind of touch it, then it hurts. This we do with the body. We protect the body, but we don't protect the mind. So what it means, do not go unprotected to people that when you can't deal with them, when you get angry at them, or when there's too much desire, Do not approach them. Do not allow the mind to dwell there. Get your mind away from them. So that you can still be, again, get your mind away from them. We cannot run away from everybody. But get your attached mind away from there. So that we can train to still be there when they are also there, or, working in the same place or whatever, and be calm. This is the wound of our mind, that like a wound, it reacts to everything that irritates it, that stimulates it. Our mind is constantly stimulated. Not the mind, but the attachment and aversion is constantly stimulated. Yeah? And then it's a reaction, like with a wound. So what we learn, the protection is not to react to these reactions. That would be the protection. And when we see that, as it says here, careful of the wound when amidst bustling, uncontrolled crowd. So I should always guard the wound of my mind when dwelling amongst harmful people. Now, who are these harmful people?
Myself.
I don't know.
People that create.
Don't get schizophrenic.
The whole view
You're only one
in my
person.
mind about
Huh?
the whole view in my mind about other.
Yeah, the people who irritate us or who stimulate our negative emotions. These are the harmful people, not from their side. They're not harmful because of my reaction to them. So as long as I'm not calm, stable and all this, as much as I can, I avoid them. But now, of course, you work with people sometimes in workplaces. I mean, what I hear about workplaces, not just in Israel, like, you know, and people who have responsible jobs, like doctors or nurses or this, the atmosphere between them is like really terrible. So much competition, so much jealousy, so much bullying around, so much talking behind each other's back. I mean, it's like, sometimes I can't believe it, but I hear it so many times that I started to believe it, that it's really that bad. Yeah? So it comes because people are not happy in their job. People are afraid of losing their job, or because, you know, they carry their unhappy mind into the job or into the being in contact with these people. So what is a good protection? What is protecting that wound of our attached or reversed mind? What is it?
Buddhism.
Huh?
Buddhism.
Buddhism. You know, I can't hear that here, and the echo here up here is so strong. Most of the things you're saying, I don't understand what you're saying. This is also, huh?
This is emptiness.
Yeah, well, that's not the right understanding of emptiness. For me, yeah, it's just sound. Whatever people say down here, it's very rare that I really understand really what you're saying. This is why I'm telling you to put your questions on a piece of paper, because then I can read it. So I don't have to ask 3 times and still don't understand. So what I actually would need is somebody sitting here who then kind of transmits what the person down there said, so that I can understand what you're saying. So what is the best protection? What is a very good antidote for attachment, desire, anger, aggression? Huh? I don't even know where the sound comes from. Awareness. That would be that we are aware, and then what to do when we see it's coming on.
You see, as
Huh?
and you laughed about it.
Yeah, like not taking it too seriously, not to identify with it, not to be carried away with it, but to make the step out of it, go, oops, you know, aversion, aggression, attachment, need to control, like when I was out there, going out there. That's a very good protection for the what's another very good protection? Love and compassion. This is why we practice these 4 immeasurables. Love and compassion, like really training the mind. May all beings be happy, may all beings be free from suffering. That is the perfect immune system for the mind. Because then these negative emotions of desire, I want to possess the person, I need to have the person needs to be attentive to me and not to others, or I need the person to go away, I hate them, I can't concentrate because they're here, or I can't work because they're here. No, we have these thoughts, and we're convinced that that's the way, it is like that. Yeah? And by, may they be free from suffering, may they be happy. Okay? That's love and that's compassion and love. And then these other 2 things, they don't have aversion and desire, they have no chance. But the negative emotions are so strong. And love and compassion is very weak. And what we call love and compassion, we call when it comes spontaneously. But then it's attached compassion. Then it's attached love, because we see the person worthy of our compassion or of our love. So it's not kind of for everybody. This is why it's so important. These may all beings be free from suffering. Like when I saw the feathers of the bird, immediately the compassion, oh, somebody was killed here. I don't know this bird, you know, but a feeling of nobody should die like this, even if it's just a pigeon, like that. Yeah. But also, like, you should see Luna's face, not that kind of face. I didn't suffer. Compassion is not a suffering mind. Compassion is a mind that says nobody should die that way, but you don't go into pity and, you know, the bird is dead. Then what do you do? What do you think I did? I recited mantras and blew on the feathers, made that bird have a good rebirth. You do something. This is what I mean. You see, our emotions are really, I mean, we're so attached to them, and also it's like, kind of like them, isn't it? Because it makes us feel alive, makes us feel somebody. We're frightened that we go out of existence. We become like a vegetable if these very strong emotions are not there anymore. That's the problem. We don't see them as a wound. And we don't see the danger of them, that they create all this karma, and then they throw us into the lower states, at the time of death. Okay, so the wound of my mind, I need to guard it with what? With awareness, being present. If you want to call mindfulness, that it's for me, that when you say for me, mindfulness means being present, then mindfulness means being present. It's okay. Okay. 21. We must protect mindfulness. Should I behave in such a way as this, then whether amongst harmful people or even in the midst of women or man, if you are a woman and you like man, but if you are a woman and you like woman, then it says women, so it depends. The steady effort to control myself will not decline. So we don't like this word control, is it? But here it says the steady effort to control myself. So the effort is, first we have to apply like forced control, not to react. Otherwise we never get to an unforced control. Yeah? If we say, I don't want to be tense, I don't want to... But we have to set ourselves boundaries and say, no, before the situation, I will not say this word. Then with time, when you set yourself these boundaries, no, I will not consume that substance now. Or no, I will not look at my telephone now. For 2 minutes or something like that. No, I'm serious. This is how we start. Not to give in to the impulse every time. And for that you need forced control. Because otherwise, your Shenpa, it's called Shenpa, that push is like the fish who knows, who's been so many times on a hook already, but still goes and bites the worm. That's Shenpa. Knowing intellectually that behind the worm there is a hook and still biting it. The Shenpa makes you go there, you forget all your reasoning and zack, and you have another hook. And your habit of reacting is reinforced. Yeah? So this is goes. But when we are a steady effort to control myself, then it will come effortlessly with time. Like when I went out there and when I started talking, I didn't need to tell myself, don't go and tell them we are in silence. Just leave them alone. I didn't need to. I just went the other way. Yeah? So with time, it comes. But at the beginning, we have to apply, I'm sorry to say, effort. I mean, that's what Shantideva says. And I see it, that it's true. If we want to break habits, we need to learn to say no. And not just say it, but also do it. Otherwise, the habit will never break. And first we need to see the Shenpa, because I will come later on with this how to deal with Shenpa. It is better to be without wealth, honor, body and livelihood, and it is better to let other virtues deteriorate rather than ever to let the virtues of the mind decline. So for us, reputation, health, wealth, honor, body, life is very important. But Shantideva says, that one, as long as that is more important than a positive mind, again, not much chance. So it is quite serious, the whole thing. Oh, you who wish to guard your mind, I beseech you with folded hands, always exert yourself to guard mindfulness and alertness. So here again, the mindfulness, I want to be an ethical person. That melody. I don't want to harm others. I want to be of benefit to them. The purpose of my life is to be of benefit to others. Okay, that mindfulness. And then the alertness, am I doing it? Yes or no? These two factors. Okay, then 24th, the 5 negative outcomes from a lack of mindfulness. are disturbed by sickness have no strength to do anything useful. Likewise, those whose minds are disturbed by confusion have no strength to do anything wholesome. Wow, it's very harsh. It's very harsh. He is harsh. I mean, but he's talking to himself. And again, I said, you do not have to take this text. If you find it's too harsh, then it's not useful. If you find it is helpful to get you going on this very, very difficult path, then you know. So then you can use it. The more I study this text, again, the more I see how useful this is for my practice. That without these harsh things, it's like I'm too lazy. I'm not making any. I just stay in my comfort zone, and it's good enough. And, again, the good enough is very necessary sometimes, but not all the time. So you need to know when to apply the good enough, and you need to know with mindfulness and alertness when not to apply the good enough, and say, hey, no, this is not good enough. You can really do better. Yeah. But we usually, if you're not trained in this, then you usually apply it in the wrong way. When things are going well and you could do better because you're well and you're strong, no, then it's good enough. When you're not well and you're weak, then you go, it's no good enough. But then you can't do anything because you're sick, and it's like you can't be useful. Yeah? The same way as with depression, I mean, when we're depressed, we look at all the things that don't go well. And that could go wrong in the future, and for sure they will go wrong in the future. And it really helps us to get out of depression, doesn't it?
Oh.
Does it?
Oh.
No, it puts us deeper into the hole. Yeah? When we are well, then we go like, how everything is wonderful and nice and this and this, and when it falls apart, boom, we're disappointed. It's when you're well, then you think about the unpleasant things. So that you're not becoming, it's good enough. When you're not well, you think about the good things that you're doing and you have, and then it's good enough. So with this text also, we learn to take really good care about ourselves. So many of these verses, at certain points in your life, you are not allowed to use them. Other moments in your life, you use them. Yeah? So this is the wisdom that you need. When do I apply what? Yeah? So when you're not well, you go into chapter 2, where he makes the offerings. And he rejoices, in chapter 3, where he rejoices and makes all these praises about the Buddhas. May I become, this tree, I think, yeah? May I become a ship, a boat, medicine, food for people. That inspires you. That encourages you. These very, very nice and beautiful aspirations. When you are well, then you go like, people with my body, they can do with it whatever they want. They want to beat it, kill it, and it will be okay. You can only do that when you're well, these attitudes. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, just for the moment, don't apply anything of this. Just listen. So that you have to, then you put it in your cupboard. Your medicine, first aid cupboard. And then you know what to take out at which moment, because you know the whole that is there. If we get to the end of the chapter. People who are disturbed by sickness, this we have. Whatever has been learned, contemplated and meditated upon by those whose minds lack alertness, just like water in a leaking vase, will not be retained in their memory. Here the memory again means mindfulness. Okay? We forget. We forget, like water from a leaking vase. You can pour in as much as you want. It's not working. So, and don't forget, here he only talks, it's a chapter about alertness. Then he talks about patience. It's something different. Here it's only about alertness. Even those who have much learning, faith and willing perseverance will become defiled by a moral fall due to the mistake of lacking alertness, like not applying antidotes. The thieves of distraction, in following upon the decline of mindfulness, will steal even the merits I have firmly gathered, so that I shall then proceed to lower states. Anger destroys so much positive potential. And this is not to make you... Again, it would be, applying it in totally the wrong way. But to say, shit, I'm sick and tired to be an angry person. Let me start to develop love. When you're not angry. Yeah? This host of thieves who are my own disturbing emotions will search for a good opportunity. Having found it, they will steal my virtue and destroy the attainment of life in a happy realm. They're like thieves, these negative emotions. All these efforts that we are making to be happy and to be well, they destroy it. Even already now, when you're full of desire, you cannot enjoy anything because you're afraid of losing whatever you desire or whatever you're attached to. When you're full of anger, there's nothing you can enjoy because you see everything is disgusting. Yeah? Have you ever tried to kind of calm somebody down or to make them happy when they're angry with a good piece of cake? Have you ever tried? Or giving them something that they usually like when they're not angry? Have you ever tried that?
Yes.
Huh? Never?
Yes, it's my
For me,
yes.
Huh?
It's my daughter.
And then, does it work?
Yes.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. They say, I don't like it. They even say it. I don't want it. I don't like it. Because why? Because it appears disgusting. When you are angry, everything appears disgusting. It doesn't work to give them something to enjoy. Pleasure doesn't work when you are angry. It might work after a while when they calm down from their own side. Then they eat it. But at the moment when they're angry, it does not calm their anger. It actually increases it. Because they say, you don't understand. You want to console me with a piece of cake. What kind of mother are you? I'm suffering and you're giving me a piece of cake. This is what anger says. Not seeing the love behind the piece of cake. Only seeing the piece of cake. Just observe it with yourself. When somebody wants to calm you down, telling you how wonderful your life is, how you react. Do you say, oh yeah, I totally forgot. Thank you very much for reminding me. No, you're going into this trip, proving to them that your life is terrible or that situation is terrible because you want them to agree with you. So when somebody is angry, agree with them. Yes, your life is terrible. Then they can calm down because they're heard. They don't have to prove it to you. That's the best way. Yes, life is shit, you're right. And very quickly they will act not so bad. But when they see the situation through the anger, it becomes really bad. So don't try to give them your view. This is like somebody has green sunglasses who they cannot take off, and you're trying to convince them that the world is not just green. They can't see it. So these negative emotions are the thieves who steal whatever we have created through, that practicing six perfection is not so easy. Being kind, being generous, being patient, and all this. Is it easy? No. It's not. I mean, maybe for you it is. For me, I find it difficult. It's much easier to blast out to everybody what I think of them, You need control, and it hurts. It hurts not to be able to say what you think now of that person. I mean, I can say after 30 years for me, not anymore, okay? But it did at the beginning. This obsessive wanting to tell people what they do wrong is so strong. Yeah? And it hurts to shut up. It really hurts. Because you can't let out the energy that the anger is like adrenaline. The anger is building up, so yeah. But with mindfulness, you can let it, with alertness, you can let it diffuse. So like that. Yeah. So, but we allow these thieves to steal our good crop all the time. Therefore, I will never let mindfulness depart from the doorway of my mind. If it goes, I should recall the misery of the lower state and firmly re-establish it there. Okay, so again, a very strong determination.